See you then.
Okay, do you want some healthy, happy children? The idea is to put yourself first.
It's a crucial parenting skill most moms overlook. Therapist Julie Hanks is here with some surprising new research that just might change the way you approach parenting and your relationship. So from what I understand, researchers looked at top parenting skills, but what they found was pretty surprising.
Yeah, 2 out of the top 3 didn't even have to do with interacting with your kids.
2 of the 3 skills.
Yeah, the very top. The first one is showing love and affection. That was to your kids, which was number 1. Which we all know and agree.
Yeah, that's an obvious one.
And the research found that parents are really good at that. So feel good about that.
Check that off.
Yeah, check, doing a good job. But the second and third were the surprising ones. Like you mentioned, stress management was number 2. So how you manage your own stress impacted your relationship with your kids and their happiness.
And the stress management, that's the one of them. Is there another one that's on there as well that shows?
Yes, yeah. The third most important one is your relationship with your child's other parent.
So
Whether you're married or not, right? Your adult relationships. Yes. So if you're married, so the quality of your marriage relationship, and if you're divorced, how you treat as a co-parent, how you work together. And in my practice, I see that as a source of conflict, but parents don't realize that as they're bad-mouthing their ex-spouse, they're hurting their child and they're hurting their relationship with their child.
You know, so often I think, that, you know, my wife and I tend to fall in the trap of putting our relationship sort of on the back burner because I want to focus so much attention on the kids and give them that stuff, which I think is like a natural thing. You think, oh, that would be good to do.
Right.
But in reality, really, if we focus the attention on each other, that benefits the kids even more.
It does. And what I really believe is that kids are looking to us to model how to be healthy adults. And if we're modeling how to ignore ourselves and ignore our adult relationships and just run around and take good care of them, they're going to grow up and do the same thing. Do we want that for them? No. So we need to model that we matter, that we're going to take time, we're not going to overcommit, we're going to have time to relax, and that adult relationships are really important. And we're going to model how to have a healthy adult relationship so our kids can grow up and have one of their own.
So if you're strengthening that relationship between mom and dad, between spouse, between married couple, if you're strengthening that relationship, where does the child play in that relationship? I know a lot of times it can be hard going to mom for certain things, going to dad for certain things. So as you're building that relationship, where should the child fit in that puzzle?
Well, here's where they shouldn't fit, Brooke, is in the middle. And whether you're married or divorced, parents tend to put kids in the middle. I can't tell you how many times I've seen adolescents come in and they know more, they know about their parents' issues. Their mom talks to them as a friend about, oh, your dad, blah, blah, blah. Never, never, and even with adult children, do not put your kids in the middle.
There's some other things that you found as well, other areas. One of them, and Julie's got this little test she's going to tell you about in a second, and some areas, this was my worst. I failed at this one right here.
Confessions.
Yeah, I'm getting it out on the table right now. This is why I'm a bad parent. Modeling a healthy lifestyle. And I do stress things. I encourage the kids to have a healthy lifestyle. I'm not actually the best myself, but you say it's important for parents to do that as well.
Yeah, so that was another one of the top 10 skills, was modeling a healthy lifestyle, how you exercise, if you exercise, if you eat well, you take care of your physical self. That impacts your parenting outcomes. Isn't that amazing? Another one that is more indirect is seeking learning and modeling education.
Now, what does that? Does that mean I'm taking them to the library? I'm showing that I'm reading. I'm showing I'm brushing up on stuff. What
so
is that?
It might be you go back to school, or you're seeking knowledge. They'll be more likely to read if they see you reading on a daily basis. So you're modeling that and encouraging their education.
Overall, this research, Julie, I mean, I think it's fascinating. I'm with you. I think it's so interesting. Did it surprise you, though, as you work with couples and you work with families? Did it surprise you the importance of just your own individual lifestyle, the importance that can have on your kids' happiness?
It surprised me at first, but then as I reflected on my own professional journey, I started out as a therapist working directly with kids doing play therapy. That was my thing. And then I realized over time that the best thing I could do for the kids was to make sure the moms were taking good care of themselves and that the marriages were strong. And so that's why I evolved into working primarily with women and with couples doing marriage counseling. So I was like, wow, this is impressive. And then I thought, wait, no, that's not that's not that surprising. Right, it does. So take care of your own stress level and make sure you're modeling healthy adult relationships and that you're good to your child's other parent, whether you're married or not. And we don't think of those as parenting skills, but people don't really do very well in those areas.
Yeah, these are all things that we want to do to benefit our children, but they're all things that we do just as parents that really don't have direct impact, involvement with the kids, but they get the involvement from it as well. Julie's got some great ideas, and if you want to look for Julie's online article, What You Don't Know About Parenting, it's on our website, and Julie also has included a free online parenting quiz so you can see how you're doing and what you need to work on. This is the quiz I took, and I did not do very well on it.
We'll let him retake it next week, right?
Yes.
We'll have a weekend.
No, work on it. That's the good news is good parenting can be learned too. Take a parenting class, right?
You're a great parent.
I know what I have to do now. I got to exercise more. That's my big thing right there. Okay.
Thanks so much, Julie. Really interesting research. All right, coming up next, a gift idea for the BYU fan in your family.
What's inside this multimedia cougar keepsake? We'll let you listen next on Studio 5.